I don't really want to put my house on the market yet. It's gonna take forever to sell. Nah, I'll just wait. The interest rates are too high. I'm just gonna rent and see what happens in a year. Okay, so these concerns are all pretty common. I've heard them from more than a few people. My goal for this video is to give you realistic expectations. I don't want to tell you it's all rainbows and butterflies, because it's definitely not, but let me help you clear up some of those misconceptions you might have about the concerns you just heard. All right, let's get into it.
I'm a realtor. Yeah, I sell houses.
Hello, I'm Cassidy Reyes. I'm your local realtor right here in Clarksville, Tennessee. Over the next few minutes, I hope to dispel some of the rumors you've been hearing going around about our market right now. I'm going to address 3 concerns in particular. First, not wanting to put your house on the market because you think it's going to take forever to sell. Second, the interest rates being as high as they are. And third, making the decision to rent instead of buy. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about how long your home could be listed on the market. Halfway through 2022, bidding wars started to slow down a little bit. Homes were on the market a little longer than like a week, and people started to freak out. I actually had a neighbor, and she came to me and told me that she was afraid her house was never gonna sell. She was stressing because she and her husband had a PCS move coming up. Her house had only been on the market for about 3 weeks, and her realtor that she had gave her unrealistic expectations for the home. You want an agent who is going to give you realistic expectations before you go into anything. So when you meet with them for the first time, make sure you have all the questions that you want to ask either written down or solidified in your head so that you can ask them very pointed, very specific questions. If they can't answer them, and if they're saying things like, your home is absolutely going to sell in the next month, or if they're promising to get it at a certain price, or if they're promising anything, you should probably run. You should get out, because that's definitely a red flag. Any agent who uses absolutes like that and just like promises things is like a really good politician, because they want your vote, or in this case, they want your money. Back to the question of how long your home could be on the market for, you really can't tell. The reality is, if you list it now, or if you list it in a month or 2, or even in a year, you don't know. A lot of it just depends on the desirability of your home, meaning the location. A very desirable location is something that's close to a highway, because there are a lot of people who work in Nashville and who could commute to Nashville. The second thing could be a layout. A lot of people are going for more open concept homes. And then another thing could be how tidy and decluttered your home is when you are showing it. Because if people come in and they see a bunch of clutter and a bunch of boxes here and there, it's a little bit of a turnoff. So ask your agent that you're working with right now what you need to do to be able to sell your home the quickest that you can, and actually listen to the tips they give you, because this is their life. So they know what they're talking about. Moving on, the interest rates. Everybody is telling me that they're not gonna move, or they're not gonna put their home for sale because of the interest rates. We have seen them drop just a little bit. Okay, yeah, a few years ago, you were seeing like 2s and 3s maybe, but even if it is a little bit higher than you were hoping for, I would highly recommend buying now. If you're trying to make a decision if you're trying to make a decision of whether to buy now or to wait and buy a little bit down the road, I would say buy, because if you wait, interest rates could go up. If the interest rates do drop in the future, you can refinance. Okay, the third thing is also really, really prevalent, and might be something that has been on your mind as well, if you should buy or if you should rent. You need to think about whether you are buying a home for the first time, or if you're looking for a house that's gonna be your forever home. If you're buying for the first time, or if you're military and you know that you're gonna move in a few years, I would highly encourage you to buy and not rent. Why? There's no such thing as perfect timing. Not for buying a home, not for having a kid. When you are renting a home, you are paying someone else's mortgage. Plus, more on top of that. In my opinion, even if you are gonna move in a few years, at least you may be able to, earn some equity in that house. Or you could even become an investor in the future and snag those people who are wanting to rent and have them pay you more. Smart. But seriously, if you choose to buy, then you are going to be paying your own mortgage. You are going to be building up your own equity, and that is called investing in your future. All right, so I covered 3 different concerns here today. The first one is worrying about how long your house is going to be on the market for. The second one is that the interest rates are too high. And the third one is making a decision to rent instead of buy. Hopefully over these last few minutes, I was able to clear up some questions that you might have had in the back of your mind. And if you have any more, please leave me a comment or you can shoot me a message. My email is agentcassitylynn@gmail.com. Also, if you did find value in this video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and share it with someone who might need the information. I'll be posting every Tuesday, so I will see you next week. Bye.